Welcome to AI on the Bench, where we unravel the stories behind some of the most compelling cases in modern law. Today, we take you deep into the world of finance, blockchain technology, and a story that cost investors billions. Imagine this: a visionary founder promising to revolutionize finance with a self-sustaining, decentralized cryptocurrency system. Investors flocked to his dream. Billions poured in. And then, in a matter of days, it all came crashing down, leaving ruin, mystery, and allegations of fraud in its wake. This is the case of Do Hyeong Kwon, the co-founder of Terraform Labs, and the legal battle surrounding the rise and catastrophic fall of the cryptocurrency empire he built. It all began in 2018 when Do Hyeong Kwon, a Stanford-educated engineer with a knack for innovation, teamed up with a fellow entrepreneur to found Terraform Labs in Singapore. Their mission? To revolutionize global finance by creating a decentralized, blockchain-based ecosystem. At the heart of their ambitious vision was the Terra blockchain, a platform designed to power a new generation of financial applications. Central to the Terra ecosystem were two cryptocurrencies: TerraUSD, or UST, a stablecoin pegged to the US dollar, marketed as a safer, more stable digital currency. Luna, the platform's native token, which would play a crucial role in maintaining UST's stability. Kwon claimed the system was bulletproof, relying on a self-sustaining algorithm to maintain UST's $1 peg. If the price of UST dropped below $1, users could exchange it for $1 worth of Luna, reducing supply and restoring value. If it rose above $1, the process would reverse. It was an elegant solution, on paper. To build investor confidence, Kwon emphasized the decentralized nature of the Terra blockchain. He painted a picture of a system that operated independently, governed by market forces and community members, not by centralized authority. The Terra ecosystem wasn't just another cryptocurrency project, it was a revolution. As Kwon's charismatic pitch drew attention, Terraform Labs launched additional applications to bolster the ecosystem. These included Mirror Protocol, a platform for creating and trading synthetic stocks; Anchor Protocol, a savings platform that offered a jaw-dropping 20% annual return on UST deposits. By 2022, Kwon had built a cryptocurrency empire worth $50 billion. Headlines hailed him as a financial prodigy, and investors flocked to TerraUSD and Luna. But behind the scenes, Terraform Labs' empire was teetering on the brink. From the very beginning, Terraform's promise of stability was built on shaky ground. Prosecutors allege that Kwon knowingly misled investors about the strength of the Terra ecosystem, orchestrating a series of deceptive practices. When UST lost its dollar peg for the first time in May 2021, panic swept through the market. Instead of letting the algorithmic mechanism stabilize UST as promised, Kwon secretly struck a deal with a high-frequency trading firm. The firm poured millions into the market to artificially restore the peg. Publicly, Kwon proclaimed the Terra algorithm had passed its first stress test with flying colors. But privately, Terraform employees admitted the trading firm had saved our ass. Kwon claimed that Terra's blockchain was already powering real-world financial applications. For example, he touted a partnership with a Korean payment app called Chai, which allegedly processed billions of dollars in transactions through the Terra blockchain. In reality, Chai's transactions ran through traditional payment systems. To create the illusion of blockchain activity, Terraform copied transactions onto the Terra blockchain after the fact. When Terraform launched the Terra blockchain in 2019, it pre-minted a massive supply of 1 billion TerraUSD coins, called Genesis coins. Kwon claimed these coins were earmarked for specific purposes, such as incentivizing adoption. Instead, many of these coins were secretly used to manipulate prices and fabricate user adoption metrics. As cracks in the Terra ecosystem became harder to conceal, Kwon established the Luna Foundation Guard, a nonprofit organization tasked with defending UST's peg. The LFG amassed billions in Bitcoin reserves, which Kwon claimed were independently managed by an expert governing council. In truth, Kwon controlled the LFG's funds and used them to conceal Terraform's financial woes. Prosecutors allege he siphoned hundreds of millions from the LFG's reserves for personal gain, further weakening the system. Despite Kwon's best efforts to mask the instability, the Terra ecosystem could not withstand market pressure. In May 2022, TerraUSD lost its peg again, and this time no amount of intervention could save it. Within days, both UST and Luna spiraled into a catastrophic freefall, wiping out over $40 billion in market value. Investors were left devastated, and questions about Kwon's actions began to surface. As authorities investigated, Kwon fled Singapore, traveling between jurisdictions to evade extradition. In recorded conversations, he allegedly boasted about his efforts to secure political protection and avoid accountability. The fall of Terra wasn't just a financial disaster. It was a seismic event that shook the very foundations of the cryptocurrency world. As the case unfolded, prosecutors presented a meticulously detailed narrative of deception. They argued that Do Kwon's actions weren't just overzealous ambition, they were calculated moves to defraud investors and conceal the flaws in Terraform's ecosystem. One of the most damning pieces of evidence was the May 2021 cover-up. Prosecutors highlighted Terraform's public messaging during this period, in which Kwon boasted that the Terra algorithm had worked flawlessly to restore the peg. Another critical component of the trial centered on using the Luna Foundation Guard LFG. While marketed as a transparent and independent reserve fund to stabilize UST, prosecutors argued that the LFG wasn't a safeguard. It was a smokescreen. The defense, however, had a different story to tell. They painted Kwon as an ambitious innovator, grappling with unprecedented challenges in an emerging field. They claimed that Terraform's actions, including the interventions in May 2021, were made in good faith to stabilize the market and protect investors. This was not fraud, they argued. It was crisis management in a volatile market. The trial also spotlighted Terraform's manipulation of metrics. Emails and transaction logs revealed that Kwon's team fabricated adoption rates and transaction volumes for Mirror Protocol and Chai, creating the illusion of robust real-world use. To prosecutors, these tactics were the cornerstone of Kwon's schemes to attract billions in investment. The trial's most dramatic moments came as Terraform employees and industry insiders took the stand. One former employee testified about internal discussions during the May 2021 depegging event, where Kwon allegedly admitted that without external intervention, the system would collapse. Another witness, a senior executive at the trading firm, described their secret deal with Terraform as a stopgap measure that Kwon falsely presented as an organic market recovery. Perhaps the most striking evidence came from blockchain transaction logs. These revealed a trail of misappropriated funds, with millions flowing through shell accounts disguised as legitimate business transactions and eventually landing in personal wallets tied to Kwon. After months of proceedings, the court handed down its decision. Kwon was charged with conspiracy to commit fraud, wire fraud, and market manipulation. The court found that Kwon's actions went beyond reckless optimism. The secret deals with trading firms, misrepresenting the algorithm's effectiveness, and the siphoning of funds painted a clear picture of intentional deception. The legal foundation of the verdict rested on well-established fraud statutes, particularly those prohibiting false statements made to induce investment. The court emphasized that Kwon's public statements didn't match the reality of Terraform's operations, a critical element in proving fraud. The court also drew on past cases involving financial misrepresentation, including the notorious Enron scandal. Much like Enron, Terraform's collapse highlights the dangers of opacity and unchecked power in complex financial systems. The implications? This case has sent shockwaves through the cryptocurrency world. It's a stark warning to founders and investors alike. In a market still defining its rules, trust and transparency aren't just ideals, they're lifelines. On a broader scale, the Terraform collapse is pushing regulators to scrutinize stablecoins more closely. Could this be the beginning of stricter crypto regulation? Only time will tell. And so, the story of Do Kwon and Terraform ends as a cautionary tale, a stark reminder that ambition without accountability can lead to ruin. Billions lost and trust shattered. But this story isn't just about one man or one company. It's about the lessons we all learn as technology races ahead of regulation. As we close today's episode, ask yourself, what safeguards should we demand in a world driven by digital finance? And how do we balance innovation with responsibility? Thank you for joining us on this journey through one of the most consequential cases in cryptocurrency history. Don't forget to subscribe to AI on the Bench for more stories where law meets life. Until next time, stay informed and stay curious.